Jamaica is known for reggae, beaches, and culture. But long before modern times, the island carried a deep and complex spiritual history. A history filled with churches, prophets, baptisms, miracles, and stories of ghosts, spirits, and mysterious creatures like the rolling calf. From the days of slavery to emancipation, religion shaped the soul of Jamaica. Christianity arrived with missionaries, while African spiritual traditions survived in secret. Together, they formed something powerful, strange, and uniquely Jamaican. Christianity arrived in Jamaica through European missionaries and African preachers during the 18th century. One of the earliest Baptist preachers was George Leal, a formerly enslaved man who established one of the first Baptist congregations on the island in the late 1700s. Baptist churches became extremely important in Jamaican society. They spread literacy, education, and hope among enslaved Africans. These churches also played a role in the struggle against slavery. Several leaders of rebellions and movements for freedom were members of Baptist congregations. Churches were sometimes burned or attacked by plantation owners who feared that religious teaching would inspire rebellion. One famous example is Filippo Baptist Church in Spanish Town. It was founded in 1827 by missionary James Filippo, who fought for the rights of enslaved people and helped establish free villages after emancipation. After slavery ended in 1838, churches became centers of community life. They were places of worship, schools, and meeting grounds for newly freed Jamaicans. But something else was happening at the same time. African spiritual traditions that had been suppressed during slavery began to re-emerge. One of the most powerful spiritual movements to emerge was revivalism, which exploded across Jamaica during the Great Revival of 1860 to 1861. Revivalism blended Christian teachings with African spiritual traditions. Worship services included drumming, dancing, singing, and sometimes spirit possession. Many of these practices came from an older spiritual tradition known as Myal. Myal rituals involved healing, spirit possession, and protection from evil forces like Obia. In revival churches, believers often wore colorful robes and turbans, and held ceremonies filled with music and trance-like worship. To many outsiders, these ceremonies looked mysterious, even frightening. But to believers, they were moments when heaven and earth touched. Jamaica has also produced many charismatic prophets. One of the most famous was Alexander Bedward, leader of a powerful movement in the late 1800s known as Bedward. Thousands followed Bedward, believing he could heal the sick and perform miracles. Some even believed he was a reincarnation of biblical prophets. Mass baptisms in rivers and outdoor revival meetings became common across the island. Stories spread about miraculous healings, visions, and divine messages. Jamaican spirituality has always existed alongside folklore and ghost stories. One of the most famous supernatural creatures in Jamaican legend is the rolling calf. According to folklore, the rolling calf is a ghostly bull with red eyes and chains dragging behind it. Some say it is the spirit of a wicked person condemned to roam the earth. Travelers walking lonely roads at night often claim to hear chains rattling behind them. Turning around, they would see a massive bull rolling toward them. But Jamaican folklore is not always terrifying. Many stories about spirits and duppies are told with humor, laughter, and exaggeration. In villages and churches alike, storytelling became part of cultural life. Over time, Jamaica's spiritual landscape continued to evolve. New movements such as Rastafari, which began in the 1930s, also drew heavily from biblical teachings and African identity. Today, Jamaica remains one of the most religious societies in the Caribbean. Churches, revival meetings, and spiritual traditions continue to shape the culture and identity of the island. The story of Jamaica's faith is a story of struggle, survival, and spirit, from missionaries and baptisms to prophets, ghosts, and ancient traditions. Jamaica's spiritual history is as powerful and mysterious as the island itself.